Bad decision, call everyone you know. We found the evidence. Just don't let them see you when you jump across the fence. Somebody stole a beer truck. It don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up. Best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go. Yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. Go splashing in the creek. You can get as rowdy as you damn near wanna be. We don't build a bonfire, we don't need that attention. Ain't nobody driving home, not in our condition. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, best keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. We parked it over here, we parked it over there. We parked it in the barn, yeah, we parked it everywhere. The party went on all night long, till all the beer was gone. Somebody stole a beer truck, it don't matter who it was. Grab a can and drink it up, let's keep your mouth shut. Man, we're good to go, yeah, we hit the mother load. There's more than enough for all of us. Somebody stole a beer truck. Somebody stole a beer truck. I'll back it on up, boy. Somebody stole a beer truck.
Yes! Oh my god, I found some dancing freaking country crazy mofos. I need to copy this. I need to recreate that cowboy dance move. Okay. Dude, what the frick is going on? Hope everybody is well and of course staying safe across the world. We know what's going on. We don't have to repeat every single live stream what the frick is going on. It's a Sunday for us. It is a day to just reflect on the week ahead, what is going on. There's really not that much in the terms of news that you don't know about. There is an inverse head and shoulder pattern emerging on Bitcoin, but that right shoulder doesn't look great, and we haven't had a retest yet of the breakout of the descending channel. So there's a lot that could possibly happen. When you look across the YouTube live streams, there are some people that are extremely bullish, there are some people that are neutral, and some that are extremely bearish, which gives me that decider of where the frick are we actually going. So what we need to do is to really start breaking down Bitcoin right now, have a look what could potentially be happening in March, and also just having a look at the rest of the world on what the world economy is doing, because it has right now a huge influence, does the world economy. Now, I don't know if you have heard in relation to the interest hikes with America. There was meant to be going up 0.5 pips, which is around about 0.5%, but now it's around about 25 pips or 0.25 pips, which is 0.25% interest rate. So that again could have a positive stem in relation to Bitcoin, and we don't tend to see a massive recession breakdown. Yes, we haven't moved in the last couple of years in terms of our interest rates, and things do have to change. Inflation has to go up and wages have to rise, etc., etc. But are we bothered about that at this moment in time? No, because there is a whole bigger scenario that is waking up this morning, and that is the whole nuclear situation, and it's frustrating. Could it be fun? Yes, but we've still got to keep in our minds that the world isn't in a good place right now. So if we was to get a ridiculous rise to the upside, it would be because of some kind of liberation, or somebody's just gone, do you know what, screw it, let's finish this and reset the world. I don't know, okay? But my feelings right now with what's going on is that we could quite possibly see some crazy consolidation happening with Bitcoin, possibly a retest of around about that 35,000, something like that, which would still keep our barrier triangle Elliott wave intact. All right, it's still intact. Look, Vanaleswa. Look at Vanaleswa trying to keep his fame on there. Like, I mentioned it. You did mention it, Vanaleswa. It was a lucky call. No, all right. You did your TA and you're very, very good at technical analysis, Vanaleswa. When live stream, that's all I have to say. When freaking live stream, Vanaleswa. Or Vanaleswa, if you really want me to say it in the Dutch language. Vanaleswa. Anybody that hasn't seen Vanaleswa's latest videos, please go and see them. Also, he is now he's a professional musician. He has his music or a song on Amazon Music, on Spotify. So if you're on Spotify, please go across to your search box, type in Vanaleswa, and you should be able to find you should be able to find his music there. Please play it so that he can get some royalties. You don't even have to have the volume on if you think his music is bullcrap. I'm not a big fan of his music, if I'm honest. I'm a huge fan of Vanaleswa's music, and I can't wait for his next song to come out and create a freaking album. Yes, Vanaleswa, get freaking. What are you doing, right? All you've done today, right, is cook ribs. That is all you've done. Okay, I have not even cooked ribs. I've kind of done nothing. All right, I've literally just done. I've literally done nothing today, other than I've watched Jack Reacher on Amazon. Right, there is a new series called Reacher. You gotta watch it. You gotta seriously watch it. It's out of this world. It is the best possible Amazon series or Netflix series. It's on Amazon, but we'll call it a Netflix series because everyone knows what a Netflix series is as opposed to an Amazon series. And yes, go and watch Reacher. Oh my gosh. It is absolutely incredible. Incredible. It had me hooked. Started at 6 o'clock. They are an hour-long episodes, and I was dying to watch the second, but I was like, nope. Gotta do my freaking... gotta do my homework so that we can come live and we can talk about what's going on. And what's wrong with my nose tonight? But actually, I kind of know. Okay, I've kind of got an idea as to what's going on right now, and it's not looking great. Okay, we are not in a very, very strong position at all. There's a lot of people saying that we are going to take off, and hopefully we will see some consolidation happening. But when you have this kind of movement right here, where Bitcoin did fly up from that 35,800 all the way to 39,700, we had this support line. We created this support line whilst we were live, team. And we said that Bitcoin cannot go below this if we want some sort of continuation. And we did get that continuation. We got it, okay? We got that movement up to the upside. Fred alias Captain Euro is watching Jack Reacher right now. Yes, that's great. Vanaleswa is taking over the freaking chat tonight. What's going on, Vanaleswa? What you got to say for yourself, bro? What's he talking about? Vanaleswa, I mentioned a head and shoulders pattern. You told me to buzz off. I didn't tell you to buzz off. I told you to frick off. Right, so coming back to Bitcoin. So this was our support line here, and as you can see right now, we're just fighting that support line, possibly breaking below it, okay? So if we do get that break below this support line here, I'll get it back straight again. Now fighting resistance, we're currently going into this reverse apex. So we could actually see the price coming back down. If we cannot get back up in the next 4 hours, if we don't get back up there in the next 4 hours, then we could certainly see a further depreciation or a consolidation. It's not looking great. It's a Sunday dump. Okay, we always get Sunday dumps, which could potentially mean a Monday pump. But with the tensions that's going on across the world and people aren't really thinking about investments at this moment in time due to what could be a very long recession period by the end of the year. Internets are going down. There's all sorts of FUD that's going on, right? Loads of crazy stuff that's going on. And then it could be good for crypto. It could. This whole Russian stuff where Swift payments is getting banned, they've got to turn to something. So could there be a possibility that Russia turns to a crypto payment system? It's left to be seen. All right, it's a thought as to what's going on, but there could sadly be some positives within crypto and some stocks about what's happening across the world. It's horrible to say, but it kind of is what it is. I can't stop it. You can't stop it. And you're in this game of crypto. So there is a possibility that you could benefit from profits off the back of atrocities, sadly. But right now we can see that we have had this sell-off here. There's some wiping out of leverages, obviously. Coming back for a little bit of a relaxation because the relative strength index did touch 19. My target, if I'm honest, my medium to long term is that now that we've broken past this support line, we could actually see a retest of these lower areas again, mainly this yellow line. Now, as you can see, we haven't actually retested the breakout. It hasn't actually happened yet. We just had a nice run up to the upside, breakout, consolidation, and come back. What this does look like to me could be actually a Wyckoff manipulation pattern. And we could see some movement like this before moving up. Long term, it's looking great. Okay, the whole charts themselves look absolutely fantastic. On the weekly, the relative strength index is in the perfect position for that third bounce to the upside. Just short term, we are probably going to go through quite a bit of pain. It's not going to feel great at all. One thing that we can say as well is that if we do look at the weekly, that reversal is absolutely incredible. Look how far we came within the early weeks of last week, and then we've almost come back and retouched our previous weekly low. Now that is an amazing, amazing recovery. So you've got to look at what's happened over the past week and where we are potentially right now with a doji candle immersion. Doji candle from a red could potentially go to a green. It could consolidate, or it could come back and retest and us just fall down and retest that critical support line once more. Either way, okay, it's not like it hasn't happened before. This cluster here, which went on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, shows that we've kind of been here before. And now we're in this again. And we are in currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Week 6 of consolidation. Still technically got another month to go. With the fact that the US is talking about the interest rate hikes, I don't see a lot of action happening until after the 15th of March. Let's just be honest. What I would be doing, or what I am doing, not financial advice, is I'm buying the critical support lines. I'm buying the dips. I'm literally not interested right now in the profit taking as much as I was previously. You know, I was really enjoying the 1 hour and the 4 hour, buying the 30s, selling the 70s. All I'm concentrating on now is just buying the 30s because I've taken quite a bit of profit over the previous few weeks. Certainly a good week was this one, end of January. And similarly, I've done a really good week. This week, I'm taking profits off the back of this movement from the critical support level. You was all there. I wrote that critical support there so you was aware of what's going on. And we did have a nice movement to the upside. Take profits. Now, my profits, I'm going to just use to buy the dips and increase my hot bag, increase my Ethereum bag, and increase my XRP bag. I'm not really concentrating on anything else at all. Ara Snoopy, there are more than 50 million millionaires in the world. Imagine when each one of them decides they should own at least one Bitcoin. There will ever be only 21 million. That's true. That is true. And yes, the price of Bitcoin, of course, is going to massively increase. If I was to say to you that it has to increase, because there is currently big institutions that want to buy Bitcoin, but they can't physically buy Bitcoin because it's too cheap. They're not allowed to do it. Some of them are only allowed to buy Bitcoin when the price hits 200,000 because they have that many millions or billions to invest. They have to wait for the price of Bitcoin to get to 150, 200,000. What the frick has happened there? Oh, I know what I've done. Amateur hour is freaking starting already. So, look, don't be concerned about Bitcoin. Crypto itself, I am so freaking relaxed about it. It's unbelievable. I don't get why people start worrying about Bitcoin when we get these dumps. For me, I'm in a long-term hodl situation. And long-term meaning at least 7 years. So when this happens, when these dumps happen, it kind of puts a smile on my face because I'm like, all right, if I buy a bit now, the price has decreased by 4%, which kind of means I get 4% extra than what I was going to get up here. 4% extra Bitcoin than I did down here. If you went to a petrol station and they were offering a 5% discount, you would take it. You'd be like, tell you what, I'll buy 2 tanks. I'll come back and I'll fill my jerry cans up and smuggle aviation fuel across the border. Who's doing that? I'm joking. Nobody's doing that. I don't think, anyway. Maybe one of us. Maybe no. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Just be aware of fuel team. We could actually see a price hike in fuel. And if that happens in England, then all we'll do is we'll just go on a fuel strike again. And hopefully the prices will come down again. Fingers crossed. Right, this ain't looking good. We're seeing dump nation happening right now with Bitcoin. Am I buying anything right now? No, if I was, I'd be looking at the 4 hour. And we are nowhere near that 30 RSI yet on the 4 hour. So I'm just going to sit pretty. I do obviously have my stack of coins. Watching that go down tremendously right now. But I've chosen to hodl that stack of coins. I've chosen to hodl it. And I'm really not that concerned about the USD value as much as the number of tokens that I actually hold. You know what my targets are, and I'm not going to repeat them when there is cyber hackers literally everywhere. Okay, I'll tell you, my target is 6 hot. I want to get to 6 hot. I'm currently at 4 hot. I want to get to 6. One day I might be able to buy 6 Holochain That is going to take me to the land of awesomeness in the future. Okay, Van Alaswa's inverse head and shoulder pattern. This is it on the 4 hour, and you can clearly see a left shoulder here, followed by a head, and then we've got this weird movement here, which kind of invalidates the inverse head and shoulder pattern. Sadly, I don't think we're going to get an elongated head and shoulder pattern, but we can still do TA on it, and that TA that we're looking at is this support and resistance line. You see how we bounced, failed, came back up, almost retouched again, failed. So that is what's known as a trend line. It's not my inverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay, it's further out then, is it? Is it on the daily? Is it this one? I don't freaking know, unless you need to do your own live stream and then do it. There's a head and shoulder pattern, hence why we had the movement down. The inverse head and shoulder pattern. You'll be like, I'll send it on the Discord. I'll send it on the Discord, Johnny. That's what I'm waiting for now. Oh dear. Okay. Is this? No, that's not it. Head and shoulder pattern. I don't see an inverse unless it was inverse head and shoulder pattern. Do you know what? Van Leswa just needs to come live. This is what Van Leswa needs to do. Take over the computer, come live, and he can do his TA on this. Just right now, I'm just like, what the frick is going on? And I just get, no. That's all I get. No, that's not right. All right? No, that's not right. Okay, so that pretty much wraps us up for today. We're just basically looking at this support and resistance line, and we are breaking down below it. We do have a wonderful critical support line, which is, of course, our barrier triangle Elliott wave. It's a shame that we didn't get it pumped past that 21 EMA and start creating our third move to the upside, because that would have felt amazing. That would have felt absolutely fantastic. But there we go. The situation is what it is. We're looking at right now a retest of this descending channel. Can you see how we come out, break out? Now we're coming for the retest. That could put us in a very, very strong position with our relative strength index, and then look out for the bounce. So the price targets that you need to be aware of right now is 36,250 and also 35,500. That is what we have to be keeping our eyes on. And if you are thinking about putting a considerable amount of money into crypto right now, just wait, because there is a big chance that we could come and actually retest the support line on our big, long, descending channel. If we have a look at the 4 hour and just have a look at our EMAs, there is currently no signs of any bullish reversals whatsoever. In fact, we have gone into what looked like a nice cheeky bullish cross. Then we got the Ukraine FUD, and then the war that's obviously taken place now. Hence why we got the cross down and that movement to the downside. The 21 and the 55 and the 200 is now way apart from each other, meaning that we could potentially see some deeper downward momentum. Okay, on the Discord, Van Alaswa from the 14th of February, open file. So here it is. He sent me a message on the 14th of February. Yeah, head and shoulder pattern, not an inverse head and shoulder pattern. It is a head and shoulder pattern on the daily. And this is what Van Alaswa is talking about. Okay, it kind of throws a lot of the TA out of the water. Does this inverse head and shoulder pattern? There's your support line, because There it is, look. It's telling us that the breakdown is going to touch our critical support line. So technically, that head and shoulder pattern has already been completed. Do you see how that works? There is your movement here. Left shoulder. Oops. Left shoulder is higher than the right shoulder. And then you've got the actual breakdown to the downside from the inside of your head to your support line. There you are, critical support. So what we have actually done over the last few weeks is last few weeks is actually complete this head and shoulder pattern. So don't get too wound up about people calling FUD that head and shoulder pattern is emerging. In my opinion, the head and shoulder pattern has done its thing. It's completed. You don't tend to get a neckline that goes as deep as that. I think what we saw is a micro shoulder followed by the breakdown. This is the recovery, because that doesn't look like a head and shoulder pattern to me. If that is a head and shoulder pattern, it's going to wipe us out. Literally, it would wipe us to infinity and beyond. If that was our breakdown and that was our head and shoulder, that's going to take us down to 23,000. It's not going to happen. Michael Saylor bought up here. If Michael Saylor started to panic, then yeah, all right, the prices could come down. I don't see for 1 second Michael Saylor selling any of his crypto in the near future, because he knows where the price is going. Give me Hopium, man. The late adopter is in the house. A freaking legend, bro. Great to see you. Let's give him a yay. Woohoo! So, in my opinion, I do think that Van Alaswa's head and shoulder pattern is actually done and dusted, sorted, and we still are going to see some bearish momentum. This is the, once again, the barrier triangle Elliott wave that we did create with the first peak, start of the second peak. We created the barrier triangle Elliott wave back here at the end of December. And we know where our prediction lines are. We know where our support line is. And our support line right now is at that 35,000, where I do predict the price to go down to before we do get a run up. Because in relation to this, everything works in fives. So you tend to get this sort of momentum. You get from a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, break down to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, break down to 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break down to 0. Okay, so that is what I predict to happen. Hence why I'm so chill about this, because I have created the barrier triangle Elliott wave. It's what I 110% believe in. I don't think that we are going to get to that 100k target by the end of this year because of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. I do think there is going to be some sort of deep recession, but let's just hope that we can get a breakout up to around about that September, October time. Recession hits, and the recession actually brings us down to our third peak. That is basically how I see the movement happening, and we will eventually break out of this barrier triangle Elliott wave. It's extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish, and you will see the 100k Bitcoin. In fact, you'll see the 200k Bitcoin in the future. It sounds absurd, but if we look at the prices that Bitcoin has to retest, it always retests. It never fails, does Bitcoin, because as we carry on through time, Bitcoin becomes more and more scarce. So the price has to carry on going up. It's a genius system. It's much better than fiat. So the price from the top all the way up to 200,000 is only 192%. It's frick all. It's just nothing in crypto. Remember, hot pumped 6,500% in the start of it. Yes, it's going to get harder and harder and harder for Bitcoin to get up to those prices. I totally understand that. I totally understand how the system works, but it is designed to go to 1 million is Bitcoin. Totally designed. And then it becomes a store of asset, store of security, whatever you want to call it. So I'm really, really not that concerned about any major dumpage. But what I am telling you is that I would hold off on any investments right now. Not financial advice. It's up to you what you do with your freaking money. But I do expect to see a price of 35,500 over the next possibly few weeks. And the reason for that, for those that have just turned up, is because of the price hikes and the Fed that we're seeing in the US at the moment, the Russia-Ukraine situation, and Putin now meddling with nuclear words, which is not going to be great for people that just read the titles of the news. Okay, all he has done is he's stepped up his nuclear army, stepped him up. All right, okay, I want you to start training and doing this and doing that. He has not said that he's going to press a nuclear button, but it will put a lot of fear into people's minds. Of course it will. Does it put fear into my mind? Yes, I have 2 children. Of course it puts fear into my mind. I mean, technically, can I see it happening? No, but I didn't see this Ukraine fallout happening. So the way that I see the world right now is anything can freaking happen. So prepare yourself. Be smart with your investments. Look at the relative strength index on the daily. Absolutely. Look at your relative strength index on the 4-hour, and you should not be investing in anything unless you see that relative strength index touching that 30. Okay, I put some investments in with Bitcoin when the relative strength index touched that 30 on the 4-hour. It hasn't even touched the 70 yet. Hasn't even touched it. And I'm actually up 10%. I'm happy. Okay, I'm really not concerned about this price movement whatsoever. So just stay relaxed. Okay, you have either made the decision to hodl, you've made a decision to trade, or you've made a decision to capitulate. Whatever your decision has been in the past and now, you've got to be happy with it in crypto, because if you don't, you could quite easily see a tank movement of around 3 or 4%, and that is what we've got. A cheeky 5% move to the downside. And I'm still smiling because I've made that decision now to stick with what I've got. I'm more than happy to stick with what I've got. I'm not in this job or in this, what can I call it? You call it yourself a career because you have to keep an eye on it every single day. You got to nurture it. You got to look after it. I, for 1 second, am not going to capitulate on 60% of my portfolio until at least 2030, where I'm certainly going to start taking some profits. Do you think that Crypto started taking profits after 2 years, 3 years of being in this game? Possibly not. It possibly took micro profits like what I'm doing to get by. Da Vinci J15, do you think he took profits within the first 2 years of trading? No. In fact, he probably made a ridiculous number of mistakes. And that is how you learn. That is how you do it. Okay, we're coming to retest now the resistance line. On the 4-hour, looks great. Let's have a look on the 15-minute. You can see that we're having a bit of trouble. Nice cheeky little doji candle happening here at 8:15. Now a beautiful green candle. Relative strength index on the 15-minute is pretty low indeed, which means that we could get a spring back movement up to possibly around the 38,000 mark, where I'm guessing we will fall foul of some resistance because it is a psychological number. So we've got a lot of work to do within the next 24 hours with Bitcoin. I do think, in my opinion, that we're going to consolidate possibly come and retest some lower prices before moving back up. But please do be aware that we are once again getting close to our red zone. The late adopter. I'll come back to the other chats because the late adopter, right, is a freaking legend. If you are not following the late adopter, please follow, subscribe, like, obliterate his channel because it's freaking awesome. It's just ace. He gives very, very in-depth analysis on Bitcoin and gets to play around with other cryptos as well. Good to see you, Juan Gonzalez. Adios, amigo. What's your take on tomorrow's stock market opening? Well, good question. Let's just have a look at the DXY to start with and start building a picture. Relative strength index on the DXY is low, which means that so the price of the euro has technically increased against the dollar. Remember, with the DXY has a basket of other currencies that take into effect the actual US dollar currency index. So when we're looking at the DXY, there is one major coin that pumps and dumps the US dollar, and that is the euro. The euro equates to 56.7% of the basket of the DXY. So if there is typically a strength in the euro, then it causes the US dollar to dump. There are other coins in there, or other fiat currencies in there, one being the Japanese yen. The other it equates to around about 9%. The Canadian dollar, which equates to 9%, and I think the Australian dollar as well. So they are very, very small influences if there is a big movement. So this is why we're seeing the big volatility. If you look at the DXY, just at the start of the war with Ukraine and Russia, the dollar absolutely rocketed because the euro plummeted, which caused the ratio of the dollar to the euro to massively increase, and that's why the DXY increased there. So that does tend to be a bit of strength in relation to the DXY right now, because the relative strength index is right down at that 30, meaning there's been some strength in the euro. I think come opening the markets on Monday, we could potentially see strength within the dollar. Also, with the fact that the USA technically isn't going to be doing a 0.5% interest hike and drop it to 0.25. That again could cause a lot of interest in the US stock market and cause the DXY to increase against the euro and the Japanese yen and the Canadian dollar, etc. So we could see what looks like a movement like this. Okay, we could potentially see that, which would obviously cause Bitcoin, if we move across back to Bitcoin, what it would do is it would do this with Bitcoin. So we know that Bitcoin could potentially see a consolidation movement or some downward momentum to possibly our 35.5K bottom line. It's quite possible that that could happen. Also, what we're looking at in relation to that, let's have a look at the Moscow exchange. Just see what's happened there. And yeah, there's been a huge drop in the Moscow Stock Exchange. I think it was down 40%, and had another rise up from that target of 20%. It's going to consolidate here. In fact, we might actually see another crash. When the markets do open, we could potentially see another crash due to what Putin is talking about in relation to the words nuclear, okay? Not nuclear action, the words nuclear. So just be aware of that. Market dominance right now. Okay, so obviously the market dominance of the USDT has increased because we're seeing Bitcoin reduce. Relative strength index is at 72. So we could get a consolidation of the USD dominance, which would cause Bitcoin to consolidate. That is kind of my view for the next week. We could actually see ourselves consolidating in this area right now. Okay, when we do see these kind of momentums where we have this bottom line here, not a baseline, but a bottom line. That's basically what we're kind of looking at. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for popping in and saying hello to everybody. Right, so what is going on in the chat team? Butterstarch, propaganda from both sides. I don't believe anything the corrupt media says, and you shouldn't. You should make your own decisions on what's going on. Backing Putin into a corner could be a bad decision. You're right. Ensuring it could be. And over, message retracted. Ooh, what was going on there? Guys, see you later. Must go. That was from Juan. Snoopy. Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's safe. Invest always. Forget alts. Bitcoin and Ethereum is what make you rich. You can't lose your money if you invest into these coins. And he's not wrong. Okay. I do have a big bag of hot. I have a nice bag of Bitcoin. And you should technically be looking at your favorite altcoins and invest in those. But predominantly, you should obviously be looking at investing into Bitcoin as much as you possibly can. Possibly not for you, right? It could be for the next generation or the next generation after that is what you're really looking at. Kishore Venkat has dropped into the chat. What's going on? He says hi to everybody. And hope you are well. Right. So, again, let's review. See what's going on right now. Still waiting for a touch on that 38,000. Get rid of that now because we know that we are looking at this sort of movement. Come on. Can we get a pump now to 38k? That would be nice. It's a real shame when we get this this capitulation, this wiping out of the long positions. It is a real shame. Here we go. Right, we're pumping now. Let's see if we can get above that 38k. Come on, Bitcoin. Surprisingly good pronunciation of my name. Yes, I freaking nailed it. Come on. I'm not going to pronounce it again because I might get it wrong. Come on, Bitcoin. You know you want to come and retest that 38,000. Here we go. We're pumping now. We're creating that movement to that 38k. 37,959. 38,000. You see the bounce. Okay, so if we get above this, this is great. With that kind of movement, I doubt it. I think we're going to see a movement back down. There we go. When you get a jump like that, it's obviously a lot of pressure of selling and buying. And then, of course, a lot of people do sell at that psychological number, which is 38,000. And there's your movement back down. It is so predictable. Is crypto. It's ridiculous when you get such a stark movement. 38,000 is your psychological number. So now it's going to bounce between 38,000 and 37,750. There we go. 38,000 again. Can we break above it? Can we get some movement above it? Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Show some strength. How many kahunas do you have, Bitcoin? Them big kahunas. Send it up. Go. Up. Get back. Back to where you belong. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, boy. Let's go. Woo-hoo-hoo. What a recovery. Nice. Inseren. Anyone see Assange advocating Briar app, peer-to-peer messaging app that can be used on and off the internet, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, etc. for protesters to use. Couldn't help but think of Holo. No, I haven't seen that. The latest thing that I have seen, whether it's true, is Elon Musk turned on his Starlinks for Ukraine to be able to use the internet for free. Kishore Venkat has said, I usually trade Cardano with Bitcoin analysis. Curious to know if you also trade altcoins with Bitcoin. No, I don't. I tend to trade, well, I do. I trade all of my altcoins with the US dollar because we've got a really good hand and understanding on the US dollar and the way that the US dollar works. And sadly, the US dollar is technically king when it comes to these kind of movements. So trading against alts that's pretty insane. That's pretty advanced, to say the least. And I congratulate you for doing such a very, very difficult thing. If I'm honest, it's great the fact that you can look at the world, look at the euro, look at the dollar, and you can trade against the US dollar. It's simple. As soon as you start trading off the altcoins, you've got to look at a really, really big picture. Projects that are going on, the US dollar, the current market of, for example, Cardano. It works like 50% of the time. Well, that's good, man. I hope you are on the top end of 50%. So your 50% make you more wins than your other 50% makes you losses. So as long as you're winning, it's like Sex Panther. 60% of the time it works every time. Okay, second psychological number hit, which was 38,250. This is a nice movement back, nice retracement back. And I'm kind of happy with the way that we're going right now with Bitcoin, but we're still nowhere out of the woods yet at all. We're only looking at the 15-minute. If we look at the 1 hour, let me just spin this around. Okay, so Alt and I, and then we have a look at the bull flag pull. So bull flag pull here. Okay, so for a continuation downward momentum, it's not what you want to hear, is it? For a continuation downward momentum, the price of Bitcoin cannot go above this yellow line here. That would potentially cause a bull flag momentum or a bear flag momentum in this scenario, which would create this. Okay, so what we're looking for right now is we're looking for a breakout above the 38,250 to make this bear flag pull. What's the word? Invalid. Whew! My brain was ticking. Did you hear it ticking then? Oh, Snoopy. Elon is a legend. Elon is a legend. Okay, it stressed me out a few times. He's made me very, very angry a few times. But on a humanitarian scale, he is pretty awesome. He is pretty awesome indeed. Right, 38,133. Let's have a look to see what Hot is doing. Hot is feeling the same effects as Bitcoin right now, and in fact, it touched nicely on our trend line. Look at that, beautiful retouch of our blue trend line, and now breaking back up above the resistance line of the inverse head and shoulder pattern. I'm thinking this is some sort of scam movement, some leverage movements, leverage wipe offs, that kind of thing. Jurgen A, tick tick tick. Yeah, my brain doesn't do a tick-tock. It just goes tick, tick, tick. Got it. Got the word right. That's 2 holos. There we go. Bitcoin. So, looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow morning in the news, if there is any start movements in the news right now. All of the market is down right now. The biggest loser on our charts is BNB, down 8%, and Elrond is down 6%. Everybody else is down round about point something. Have I got that right? I'm looking at the right freaking one. Oh no, no, I am massively wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay. VeChain actually down 5%. Ion is down 8%. Sorry about that. Yeah, Ion is down 7%. VeChain down 5%. Hot down 3%. It's not so bad for a Sunday. I'll take that. 3% dip on a Sunday is all right. Insurin. One for you, Johnny. What does COP, as in police, stand for? Taken from the trivia on the loo. I can tell you. So, a copper or a cop. So, originally started in the UK with the Bobby Peel police. So, there he started the police force. In the UK, we wore these big black police woolly jackets, and they had copper buttons. So when the kids saw a police officer, they would shout to their friends, "Copper!" That's what they used to shout. "Coppers are here!" Okay, coppers mean the copper buttons on their jackets. And then obviously over time, that has reduced into cop. And that is where the word cop comes from. I don't even know where my my tunic is. But actually, there is the picture, isn't there, on the Discord? You can see my tunic does have the silver cotter buttons. Open original. If we move across to there, so there you go. You can see the silver copper buttons, and there's 4 of them, nicely polished for everybody, and that is where the term copper comes from. Correct me if I am completely and utterly wrong, but I think I got it right. I think I've got it right, Insurin. Insurin, haha, I had something else. All right, tell us. Whilst we're just looking at this movement with Bitcoin and HOT, I'm very, very intrigued to know. Oh yeah, and obviously the police force was created by Sir Bobby Peel, and that's why we're known as Bobbies as well. So if you hear the term a UK Bobby, it's because Robert Peel started the UK police force, or the police force in general, and Robert, the short term for that is Bobby. So if you're a Bobby, it's because of Robert Peel, Sir Robert Peel. Butterscotch, cops aren't allowed to move in England. You could rob a bank and they'd just stand still. Not true. It was taken from trivia on the loo, to be fair. Brilliant. Yeah, I love those historical quotes. Absolutely love it. There's loads in the UK. Cop, constable on patrol. I like it. Let's have a look. What does cop stand? That's really cool. Constable on patrol. I like it. Okay, so here we go. News main. Why are police officers called cops? Police officers are often referred to as cops, but the origins of the nickname are something of a debate. It is known that up until the 1970s, cop was something of a slang term, and one word would refer to the law enforcement officials more properly as a policeman. Some argue that the term is shortened from copper and derives from the tin or copper badges worn by a policeman. Others say that it is an abbreviation for Constabulary of Police. Right, bro, it's a tiebreaker. We've literally got a tiebreaker going on. And I think, right, I think we're both winners. So, well done to you, Insurin.
Yeah, boy!
Well done to Johnny Stang. Amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. We learn something new on the CryptoBiTs every single day, even if it is whilst we are watching a boring chart unfolding with Bitcoin and on Holochain right now. Most of you now in the UK should have received an email saying that you are going to receive your tracking numbers, I think this week. Don't know why I've got my tracking number. Could have been a completely an error. But I do have my tracking number for my Holoports and have done for nearly 2 weeks now. It could be an error. So I'm waiting for another tracking number, if I'm honest. But the UK certainly has received an email stating that they are receiving their tracking numbers very, very soon. Jurgen A. I'd love to be a guard at Buckingham Palace for a day. The Queen's Guards, right? I looked at doing that. I looked to be a Queen's Guard because when I joined the police and I got measured up to pick out my uniforms and my bulletproof vest, etc., the guy doing all that, I don't know what they're called, seamster. So not seamstresses, are they? The person that don't know what they're called. He stood up right up to me, looked at me straight in my face and going, you should be joining the police. You should be a Queen's Guard. You are big enough to be a Queen's Guard. And I did look at it. But then I was quite quickly reversed on that because my mother said to me, do you want to die for your country or do you want to protect your country? So make up your mind which one you want to do. I was like, well, technically, the military or the police, I could die for my country. So it really doesn't answer that question. And then I looked at the lifestyle of the military compared to the police, and I was like, do you know what? I want to live my life, but serve my country as well by staying in an area that I love and adore. And I wasn't big on traveling back then, so there you go. Stay with the police. So yes, a Queen's Guard. I would love to have been a Queen's Guard. I think they are very, very magnificent soldiers and do a very, very important task of protecting Queen, protecting Buckingham Palace, and also when they were out in Afghanistan, they did a tremendous job out there as well. Not getting into politics or anything like that, but I think they did do a sterling job. Okay, here we go. Those of you that are comfortable in posting what you do for a living, I'd be interested to know what everyone's careers are. There's no good on crypto, so we might as well have a chat for the next half an hour about it. Butterscotch, are citizens allowed to own guns in the UK? Good question. And the answer is there are people that are licensed to own firearms and shotguns. So a shotgun, there's three options of a shotgun. There is a pump action shotgun, there is an over and under shotgun, and a side by side shotgun. And So you're allowed to own those weapons, but they are heavily monitored by the police. You have to have a shotgun license, and you have to have a reason for having it. So you can't just buy a shotgun and ammo, get your license for no reason. There has to be a legitimate usage reason of you having said shotgun. So if you go onto a farm and reduce pest numbers, for example, then that is a legitimate reason. But you have to go regularly. So it can't be something that you go once a year. You can't do that. The shotgun is there for you to use on a regular basis for reducing the pest population. Okay, and then there is the firearms section, so people can own rifles with high caliber, but again, they have to have a valid reason for that. And the only really major reason for having a high-powered caliber rifle is for deer stalking. So you know, yes, we do have we can bear arms, but in the term of it, bearing arms is nothing at all what you think about. Okay, it is a very, very strict, very, very regulated hobby indeed. You can't just own a gun. You can't just go to the shop and buy a gun. You've got to go through a very, very strict procedure, and you've got to have reason to have the weapon, and yeah, you've got to be of sound mind, etc. But to start, us Americans love our guns. Gotta have one for home defense. And yes, I am totally aware of that. With me having my friends in Vegas, I have fired all sorts of weapons, Glocks, AR-15s, pump action shotguns, all sorts. It's amazing. It used to worry me when I first went to America. I was extremely worried about everybody carrying guns, and then I met this wonderful lady in where was I? Was in oh gosh, somewhere canyon. I can see the sign. It wasn't Red Rock Canyon. It was somewhere north of Vegas anyway. And there was a group of bikers, and one of these bikers was extremely friendly, came over and talked to me and my friend whilst I was at this hotel. And she said, you know, do you know how many people are carrying weapons like within all these bikers? And I was like, you have no reason to carry weapons, so none of you. And then she went, look, and she lifted up her side, and she was just, they were all carrying Glocks. And I was like, what? So I said, well, that puts me at ease, because if anything was to happen, you're all freaking packing. You've all got weapons. It's great. Insurin, love to cycle across America, but too scared of all the guns. Don't be scared of the guns, all right? It's not. It's honestly, I would much rather everybody carry guns. So if there is a situation, people will get the guns out, won't they? So you're probably safer in America than you are in the UK, because every man and his dog's packing. And honestly, I felt so safe in America. American people, from where I have traveled, and I've been to Africa, I've been to Crete, I've been to Portugal, where else have I been? Gosh, where else have I been? Been to Germany, I've been to the Netherlands. Oh gosh, I don't even know where my map is. I've been to a lot of places. And I've got to categorically say that the friendliest people that I have ever met has to be the Americans. And I've been to New York, I've been to Vegas, I've gone into California, and everywhere you go, everybody is so welcoming, so polite, so positive with life that I've got to say, the Americans are more positive than the British. By far. Yeah, from what I've seen, right, I buy myself a nice car. The British mentality is, well, you're making too much money. Why have you got a nice car like that? Whereas the American people, if you buy a nice car, their mentality is, wow, you're doing really well for yourself. You know, do you have any tips on how to improve your life, etc., etc.? They are extremely, extremely positive people, and you should not be afraid about the gun laws in America. People are extremely sensible, and I have been in some crazy places, like literally in the middle of nowhere on my own, far north of Vegas, east of Yosemite, and there's nothing but rattlesnakes there, and I didn't for 1 second feel in a hostile situation at all. I didn't feel frightened at all. Captain Kirk Coinslinger's in the house. Every home needs one. In Switzerland, there's a very old rule that says it's allowed to burn 1 litre of schnapps every cow you own. What? That's work. That's amazing. The rule is still intact. Captain Kirk Coinslinger, I have a Glock, a SIG, an SWM and P, and a Remington 12 gauge. Wow. Wow. Don't go upsetting Captain Kirk Coinslinger. Don't go knocking the door saying that you are the Wilderness Girls. It's not going to end well. Butterstarch, remember when Hitler disarmed the Jews before he took over? Pepperidge Farm remembers. You never was in the north. There's like the north of Vegas, all right? That's me, and you're ready to use it and kill someone if you can. Our Snoopy. Our Snoopy is like the most political legend on this channel. It's just hilarious. I think our Snoopy, I freaking love this guy. He's amazing. He's awesome. And he gets like, is it like word farts? Is that what the terminology is? He thinks it and he says it. Okay. Our Snoopy is dangerous. So don't get into a debate with our Snoopy, okay? Because you could find yourself getting really, really angry with the Snoopy. So as our Snoopy comes in, I'm like, "Sup, bro? Good to see you." And that's it. Try not to get in this debate, because I'll get obliterated by our Snoopy because his intelligence is way higher than mine. So don't argue with him. There's work. I got the Sturm Gweller 90 from the army. Cool. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I am a fan of. I do like guns. I'm not saying they're cool at all, but I see why Americans use them. Look, there's some crazy stuff in America, like mountain lions and bears, stuff that want to kill you. All right, so don't just think that guns are there to kill people. They're not. They're not there. A storm gwelgwiller. I don't know that word. A sturm glug. Your language, seriously. Insert. I got a broom handle mutter. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so do I own any weapons? No. Captain Kirk Coinslinger. Johnny Stagg, what do you carry for your duty weapon? We don't have duty weapons. We have a baton and we have some pepper spray. We call it parva in this country. And there is some officers that carry tasers. And then we do have specialized police. So we have an armed police force. But they're just in the background, okay? But I go on the street and all I carry with me is my parva, handcuffs, and baton. And that's it. And in 15 years of policing, I am proud to say that I have only used my CS or my parva possibly 5 times and my baton once. That's it. Okay, in this country there's no real need to, certainly with the job that I do. Yes, I work for the violent crime unit and the wildlife crime unit. It's this. Okay, in this country, this is very, very important. And you can talk your way out of so much stuff in the UK just by talking to people. That's all we do here. We just talk to people. And the use of force is in extreme circumstances, okay? But you do tend to find that certainly in the UK that, I mean, I suppose I've been very, very lucky that I haven't had to deal with anybody of a major problem. Most people that I have restrained have stayed restrained. Okay, yes, I've had a few kicks to the faces. I've had a few very difficult people to work with. And we don't need weapons in this country, if I'm honest. There is no need for weapons. We carry OC and tasers, only carry the duty weapon for transportation or hospital duty. But per our boss's rules, we are allowed to shoot at an escaping inmate. Van Alaswa, police is armed in the Netherlands. Deswerg, I'm sure Johnny has a lightsaber. Wouldn't you like to know, Deswerg? Hey? Ooh la la. Oh yeah? Yeah, so yeah, there is no need for it. Don't think. Times obviously can change, but you know, I think it's a very proud thing to not carry arms as police officers in the UK. Okay, so as predicted, we are getting this downward momentum, even though we had that cheeky pump to the upside. We're not in a great position, team, at all, sadly. We are broken down now below that support line once after that breakup we had with the bull flagpole. So did a great job of getting up there, but now we're losing momentum. So we are looking at lower time frames. I'm just going to get the gonna do it this way. Oh, what am I doing? Let's have a look at these lower time frames here. So with your Fibonacci retracement tool on Bitcoin, yeah, we are looking at a price here of 36,600. That is potentially our movement to the downside and then ranging within this area. Let's go big screen so we can talk about this in a bit more depth. So we are going to range between the 38,000 and the 36,600. It is sad to see Bitcoin having this sell-off right now as we are watching live, but that is your Fibonacci retracement here at 36,600. Definitely says a lot. I think it's great that y'all don't have to carry. I smell a short. Just be careful because it's extremely volatile right now in this situation. Yeah. If you're confused as to why Bitcoin is doing what it's doing, if I flip the screen, you can see why it's doing what it's doing. This is on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 15 minute. And with the 15 minute, you've got your bull flagpole and then your retracement, touch of the support line, and then the breakout. That is why that is happening. Okay. So that bull flag there has actually come into fruition. Hence why we're seeing this downward momentum. Happens downward and happens up. Okay, it's just that we're in a very, very bearish time right now, sadly. And there's my prediction. 36,600 is our ranging price. Support 26,600. Resistance at 38,000. Alright, Snoopy, take a shower then. Oh my gosh. Our Snoopy's on fire tonight. Looking at cryptocurrency market cap is currently, gosh, down 4.9%, team. That is a right bummer. We're now at 1.79 trillion, sadly. I was hoping that we would stay above that 2 trillion mark, but it wasn't meant to be. Just keep an eye now on this price. There was a resistance here, broken below that. Yep. Keep an eye now on the price of 36,600. That's what I'd be looking at. Might wake up tomorrow and see that we have wicked down below that and come back up. And then we're going to be in this for a while. I don't see us breaking out before the middle of March. There'll be a lot of people sitting on the fences waiting for that interest hike rate to happen on the 15th of March from the US Fed. Damn. It's time to buy again for those people that have got any spare cash. It's just crazy. 5 months of this. Ara Snoopy, a little drunk again. On a Sunday night. Are you not back at work tomorrow? Ara Snoopy on the red wine.
Red wine goes to my head, makes me forget that I still need her so. Red wine, it's up to you. All I can do, I felt memories won't go. Memories won't go.
Okay, I want everybody around the world to sing the next bit. I'll bring the lyrics up, Tim.
I swung and bit down. Thoughts of you leave my head. I was wrong. Now I find just one thing makes me forget. Red wine, stay close to me.
Legends are Snoopy on the red wine. I couldn't not play it, could I? Seriously. Whilst nothing's happening, let's just have a bit of fun. Let's just have a bit of fun. There's work. Let's make a community video cut of this song. Great idea. There's work. Right, it's happening. I'll post it onto the Discord, and we'll create a video cut of red wine. That's awesome. Beer make me a gout disease. I've had gout. I had gout in the elbow. When I went to Germany, they were feeding me too much freaking rich beef, and I got gout in my elbow. Seriously, it's treated like kings in Germany. It's a fantastic place to go. Fritas Pinto. I prefer beer. Do you know? Yes, you do, Fritas Pinto. Great to see you. I haven't seen you for a while, Fritas. Hope you are well. Ah, dear. Everyone's loving the beer. As you know, I'm not a drinker at all, so I'm gonna have to get some like non-alcoholic red wine. But yes, a community video cut of this song is definitely going to happen. I think it'll be a really, really good idea, because I don't really know what you lot look like. You know what I look like. You see me pretty much every single day. But when we do meet up, they're going to have to come up to me and say, well, I'm this person, I'm that person. I'm like, ah. So if we start doing community stuff, we all get to see each other's faces and what we look like. Jurgen A, I don't drink anymore either. I haven't for years. Yeah, well, I've never, ever drank alcohol. So I've sipped it, all right? I've gone, no, that's nasty. Not for me, thank you very much. And I buy 0% drinks like Beck's Blue and that sort of thing to socially drink with people. But no, I've never been drunk. I'm drunk on life, drunk on happiness. That's all I need. I don't need to experience being drunk, thank you very much. Because I've seen the effects of what it does to my friends, and then the day after, they're just out of action. That's no good for me, right? I need to be ready. I need to be, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Ready for the future. Ready to freaking go. Ready to go. We used to drink like crazy in uni. Really not. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so Bitcoin just being a bit of an idiot right now. It's frustrating what is happening. Relative strength index is ridiculously low. What would I be doing if I was trading this? I wouldn't trade it. I just wouldn't trade it. And I'm not trading it. I'm just going to sit on the fence. Keep my eye on the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour, we're coming down. We're at 41.26 now. Here is a support line here at 36,600, which is the 816 of the Fibonacci. Windy pops. So we could actually see Bitcoin coming down and retesting these lower prices, because we have lost our bullish momentum here and we've got that breakdown, sadly. Deswerg, I prefer whiskey. Deswerg is a whiskey drinker. Legend. The legend that is Deswerg. Deswerg, you can smoke Tulpen aus Amsterdam. That's fun too. Fritas Pinto once a year now. Wow. Yes, there's not many people. There's not that many big drinkers within the CryptoBiTs, which is pretty awesome. Right, Vanaleswa? Question mark. Eshaw, Venkat, I get high a lot. Oh gosh. Here we go. Okay. Conversation is getting out of control. Bring it back together, people. Bring it back together. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Kind of just like accept it now, because across the world there's all different rules in relation to cannabis. So I just kind of, yeah, whatever your rules are is fine. It's whatever it is. Like I said, do what you want, not financial advice. Do whatever you want to your bodies. Seriously. Get like me and eat grapes and get poisoned from the pesticides that were on the grapes, and I almost died. Do you remember that? Do you lot remember that? When I got desperately ill off those grapes that I ate. And I was out of action for like, it was like 5 days. I was grey, literally grey. I thought, this is it. This is the end. Johnny Stang. We're done. Literally done for. What's the RSI on hot, Johnny? Let's go and have a look. Well, on the 4 hour interim, the 4 hour, the relative strength index is down at 40.16. Looking at the 1 hour, the relative strength index is at 35. Still not a good position for me to put a purchase in. And on the 15 minute, well, we have come down. So we are currently consolidating. What we need to have a look at, though, is this blue trend line that we've had for quite some time. And it has currently bounced off that blue trend line. So in the short term, we could actually see a bounce back up. But looking at the 4 hour, there is still certainly a risk of more downward momentum. And there is currently no bullish momentum for hot as of yet. Look at the crossover that we had. Not there. What's that? What the frick was that? We've got the crossover here, the bearish cross, and we've stayed bearish all of this time with the 200 EMA and the 55 on the 4 hour. So we're just waiting for a bullish crossover. I will let you know when we've had that bullish cross, and I'll be throwing freaking, I don't know, I'll rip computer screens off the CryptoBiTs and sell them to buy hot, because I could then buy bigger computer screens, like much bigger, stuff like that. We'd never killed anyone except that guy who had a bale of weed fall on him. Yeah, that's pretty inconsiderate. Heather, what's going on, Heather? We drink a lot of beer here. Yeah. Those from Philadelphia are obviously big beer drinkers. Only thing that is good in moderation of everything. Without moderation, everything is a killer. Harry Snoopy, stop it, Johnny. Come back to the beer conversation. It's obviously turned into a beer night. Derswag, butterstarch. If we would change all the vodka in Russia to weed, there would be no war. Insurin, thank you. Belting. Wow, I ain't heard that for a while. That is belting. It's got to be a British term, surely. Might as well keep an eye on hot right now. Have a zoom in whilst we're just yapping about nothing. Bollocks TA from RS Snoopy. I agree with you, RS Snoopy. I will never disagree with what you say, because I'll never argue with you, because I'll lose. Simple as that. Jegging earlier, I was like, oh yeah, 40k. Drinking Elvis juice at the moment. Did you have to shake it up? I'm all shook up. This is a crazy story. What is Elvis juice? Let's yeah. Good idea, Captain Kirk Coinslinger. It's a good time to jump out, because we're doing nothing. But yeah, great to see you. Thank you for popping by. Nice one, Van Leswa. Brewdog, isn't it? Some IPA. Other side from you, I think. And by Liverpool. Ah, damn it. I was in Liverpool. When was I in Liverpool? Like, about 10 days ago. I did the Beatles tour, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so good. I saw John Lennon's house, Paul McCartney's house, Ringo Starr's house, George Harrison's house. Went into the town centre. I stayed at the Titanic Hotel, if you know where that is, in Turin. That's where I stayed. Honestly, a lovely, lovely town. I really enjoyed being there. I wasn't too sure about Ringo Starr's house and George Harrison's house. I felt very... I felt like I didn't belong there. It felt quite hostile, if I'm honest. But yeah, I spent a couple of days in Liverpool. It was about 10 days ago. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I was in Liverpool and it was great. I loved it. Went into the shopping centre. What's that big shopping centre in the town centre that we went to? I went to Zara and had a wander around Zara because Zara has now closed down in Hull. Let's have a look. Liverpool. Zooming into Liverpool right now. Liverpool town centre. Damn it, what was that shopping centre that I went to? It's a really, really good shopping centre. Liverpool won! Yes! Yeah, it was great. It was really, really cool. I really enjoyed it, wandering around there. And then I went to... I went to a chicken restaurant. Something B. What's that called? Come on, Google, don't let me down. Oh, what is that? It sells chicken. It's like a KFC, but it's a Korean. It's a Korean restaurant, like a KFC, but it was called like something B, Mrs. B, or oh, it's real frustrating. Not Chicken B. I remember, but it was a really, really cool place to eat. And I got this huge chicken sandwich. It was lovely. Really, really nice. But yeah, I did enjoy Liverpool. Never been to Liverpool before. Hence why I went. Yeah, it was like Korean fried chicken. Oh, what's the name of that freaking place? Liverpool town centre chicken restaurant. Not 16-bit chicken. Some KFC, Nando's. No. Damn it. Chicken bazooka. Jolly B! Jolly B's in Liverpool. Okay, Jolly B, I'll show you. Jolly B, Liverpool. Yes! I knew it had freaking B in it. This is yeah. This is where I went. I went to this place in Liverpool. And I had I sat on this table at the front here, looking out the window. And oh, it's Asia's favorite fried chicken, and it was great. Okay, you can buy this huge these chips, and they've got cheese on it and little bits of like a fully loaded portion of chips. It's great. It was just ace. I thoroughly enjoyed eating there. Right next to the Wetherspoons in the town centre of Liverpool on Baker House, if you know where that is. In Turin. Great place to go. Freaking loved it. Legends. Amazing. Samsung chicken in Korea always had the best fried chicken. Really? Cool. Check it out. Awesome. Yeah, so bring the Don't know if you'll be able to see the pictures from Liverpool. Gotta go way back on the Discord. Yeah, there's Paul McCartney's house. There it is. You've obviously, surely you've been. You live in Liverpool. You've got, of course, I've had to have done the Beatles tour. Went to Strawberry Fields as well. Walked down Penny Lane. I did loads of stuff. Did absolutely loads of stuff. And do you know what? People of Liverpool are very, very polite. When I was walking to Liverpool 1, there was this young lad. He must have been about 17, maybe 18. And as I was walking up, he opened the door and held the door open for me. And I was like, wow, cheers, buddy. And he was like, yeah, no problem. And then just went along his day like it was a normal thing. So if you want to meet kind people in the UK, go to Liverpool. Obviously, come and visit Johnny Stang. Of course, got to visit Johnny Stang. But yeah, people of Liverpool are very, very kind people. Very kind people. Like, surprisingly kind. Kishore Venkat, you're missing out on Popeye's fried chicken sandwich. I'm going to Google that right now. Brenton Esley, Morning Legends. What's going on? You freaking Australian mofo. Great to see you. Ara Snoopy, nothing can beat Texas barbecue. Okay, so let's have a look at Popeye's fried chicken sandwich. Popeye's fried chicken sandwich. I am no way at all affiliated with Popeyes. This is not an advertisement. This is us literally looking at Popeyes chicken. Oh, look at that batter. That looks, it looks crispy on the outside. That looks pretty good. The gherkin and then some special sauce right here. Oh, look at the burnt cheese. That cheese. Oh my gosh. My mouth is literally watering right now. That pickle though. It's done it for me. It's done it for me. The taste buds right now are going absolutely crazy. I have never heard of Popeye's chicken sandwich. So great. Great to see stuff from across the world and share it. This is ace. I love it. I absolutely love it. Nothing happening with crypto yet, so we carry on. It's essentially fried chicken, but between buns. Wow, meat. Meow. I didn't get the hype either until I tried it. The breading on its own is very different, but looks the same. Butterstarch, I get high on opium. Johnny is my dealer. Yes, let's go. Stick to a doner kebab. You know what's in a doner kebab? Popeye is great. I'm going to try Popeye. What? Okay, so butterstarch, you get Popeyes in America, is that right? You sure? Where are you from, my friend? Where are you actually from? Martin, fricandel special. What's this? Martin, we're going for the fricandel special. Okay.
Staat te dansen in de tent, dit is een feestje ongekend. Mijn basjes zijn on fleek en mijn fistpump energiek.
Stomend hete nacht, planning loopt zoals verwacht. Met mijn vrienden geen gemis, vrouwen loeren naar penis.
In het zegt, met haar toet mooi uitgelegd. Heeft niet te vragen om een zoen, dus ik weet wat ik moet doen.
Ik verzamel al mijn moed, snuisterijen zonder rem. Dus weet je wat ik doe? Ja, ik slide in de BM.
Hey frikandel. Want je bent echt lekker en smaken zul je wel. En zou je er eens zijn, dan was je een speciaal. Ga jij maar mee naar huis, vannacht doe curry op mijn paal. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Twee vinkjes die verschijnen, reageren doet ze niet. Stuur haar nog een smiley en vraag of ze geniet.
Haar profielfoto wordt wit, gebruiker niet gevonden. Deze kans verkeken, maar een nieuwe al verzonden.
Hey hallo, hoe gaat het? Ben jij een frikandel? Want je bent echt lekker en smaken zul je wel. En zou je er eens zijn, dan was je een speciaal. Ga jij maar mee naar huis, vannacht doe curry op mijn paal. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Samen al mijn moed, snuisterijen zonder rem. Dus weet je wat ik doe? Ja, ik slijt in de DM. Verzamel al mijn moed, snuisterijen zonder rem. Dus weet je wat ik doe? Ja, ik slijt in de DM. Hey! Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la.
Wow. That kind of like oh my gosh, that was pretty good. I didn't understand a word they were saying. I heard penis and I heard slide in their DM. That's all I got from that, which and I'm guessing that word is a sausage. Is that right? Is that what that means? A frikandel special must be a sausage, surely. Check out Milky Lane in Australia. I ate there on Friday. Okay. Milky Lane, Australia. Good day, mate. Let's go to Milky Lane. Put another shrimp on the barbie. Milky Lane, Australia. Australia, mate. Ooh. Ooh, it opens up on the Gold Coast. Holy macca freaking rolling! Brenton, what the frick? Woo!
Ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
I have a funny feeling that does work. Enjoy the la 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 la. Freaky. Slide in my DM. Thank you very much, Desiree, for the $2.16, you legend. And singing back the Frikadelle special song, whatever it's called. All right. Brenton Esley. Woo! Look at this bad boy. Like, oh my God. I just cannot cope. Look at this. It's like 3 layers of ultimate. Oh, look at it dripping on the top there. And then the tomato sauce coming all, there's barbecue sauce in it coming all the way down to the bottom. It even leaves a little spot there for you just to. Oh my God. Oh. Seriously. Oh, the crap, there's an ice cream in the background. Look at the freaking ice cream. I didn't even see that. I did not even see the ice cream team. It's huge. I mean, by the time you eat that, surely that's going to be melted because it's going to take you an hour to eat that. And then this will just be all like down on the bottom. Who cares? I'd still scoop it up because that is just ultimate awesomeness. Oh, team. if it wasn't 10 o'clock at night, I would be going out and getting a massive freaking takeaway right now. Woo! Woo! Oh. Kishore Venkat, I am from India but been studying in USA for the past 6 years.
Yalala lala lala yalala lala yalala lala oida.
It's gonna get the oida in at the end, Martin, you freaking legend. Oh dear, what a fun night this is turning out to be. Wow. So Kishore says, I'm from India but been studying in USA for the last 6 years. Awesome. You're very, very lucky to be in the USA. Jurgen A. Tatej Orlog. Okay, what is a patat? Okay, copy that. Here we go. A patatej Orlog. Whoa, okay, this looks really, really funky. I hope this is the right one. But it's like, is that chips and gravy? Is that what we call chips and gravy in the UK? With some onions on top? I can't cope with this food tonight. That looks very, very clean. And oh, you could just... Oof. Well, I need to start doing what Van Les was doing. I need to start creating this foreign cuisine videos, because that is making my mouth water. It just looks beautiful. The chips are perfectly fried. Is that like a gravy on top with raw onion? Okay, in the UK we would fry the onions, so we'd put fried onions on top of hot dogs. So probably wouldn't put raw onions on. That's a little bit extreme. That's hardcore. That's hardcore food right there. But I like it. I absolutely like it. Jurgen A. Butterscotch. Oh, it's from Texas. There's only one song that is amazing about Texas, and that's the George Strait song. Gotta be the George Strait.
I dearly love to be, but all my exes live in Texas.
They don't actually, but still, the song is just amazing. I do like that song. Butterscotch, I am planning to go to Texas end of this year, so hopefully we can hook up. That would be really, really cool. Johnny, have you invested in Ion? No, I'm still on the lookout to invest in Ion. I missed the initial coin offering because I didn't understand MetaMask and all that, and I just gave up on it. I lost lots of money trying to set up my MetaMask, and I've lost my MetaMask account now. I've lost my seed, so I've lost the money that's in there. It is what it is, all right? It happens. It's really not a big deal. So there's some of Johnny Stang's money just floating in the ether, just sat there. And it'll be there forever and ever and ever. And it's currently in Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes to $1 million, then I'm going to kind of wish that I managed... the seed will be somewhere. It's written down somewhere. I just can't work out which one it is. Use your bank account, become a member. Let's freaking go! Legend! You absolute legend. Great to see you, Keisha. What the frick? Nice. Wow. Cool. Keisha Fedcat, legend. Love it. Welcome to the nut job house that is the CryptoBiTs. Texas barbecue sauce from Keisha. Yes. Let's freaking go. Oh, I'm so far behind on these messages. That's not free candle special. It's meat with sauce. Okay, fair enough. Freaking Dutch people. Oh, sound buttons. Yep, there's where you got me going. So, Dr. Evil, what do you think about the Dutch?
Crazy Dutch bastard.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Same thing. Oh, that's fantastic where you find this stuff. Oh my gosh. Fanlens were dancing like crazy. I know, bro. This is awesome. Alright, now I'm laughing about the freaking video. Van Leswer, also Dutch. Okay, Heart Logger special. Kangaroo is delicious too. What do you heal, mate? I'm gonna have some kangaroo. I won't go near kangaroo. They beat crap out of you. Van Leswer, you know. Kishore has now found the Johnny Stag emojis. He's loving it right now. Yes. There's some Steve emojis. What we got on there? Now we've got a rocket, holo emoji, Fred, Johnny Stag, Steve, beer truck, Nova. What else have we got? Bull and Deswag. Yes, that is a good collection of a good collection right there. First touch, all my exes. Texas is awesome. I can't wait. Brenton Eslick. No, it's nothing to be upset about. It is what it is. My own stupidity. I don't care. I honestly don't care. It wasn't a lot of money that was in there. So I'm really not that concerned. Need a Liverpool club emoji. Okay, we can sort that out for you. Yes, we do need a Juan Gonzalez emoji. We're gonna do that. We'll get a Juan Gonzalez emoji as well. So Liverpool club emoji and a Juan Gonzalez emoji. I'll see what magic I can conjure up. Gotta represent. Take it, you're a Liverpool United fan. Oh, the Liverpool United. Yeah, let's go. Right, what's this that Van Leswer has sent? It'll be some bloody bullcrap music knowing Van Leswer. Here we go.
The clouds have gone away to start a brighter day. We have waited far too long. It's time to let it out. You know what it's about. I've waited all to feel the sun. The harder it gets, the faster we seem to fall in love. The deeper we fall, the more we lose control. Set your mind free, it's a year of summer. Keep your heart strong, 'cause the summer's here. Set your mind free, it's a year of summer. Yeah, the year of summer's
Man, that's for music. It's the same. It's all the same. It's good music. I'm starting to warm to it. Van Leswer. Starting to warm to that kind of music. Kishore Vanka, are you from Liverpool? No, I'm from Yorkshire. I am from Yorkshire, but I visited Liverpool. I was talking to Insurin about my visit to Liverpool about 10 days ago, maybe 14 days ago. Yes, I am a Yorkshire lad from Yorkshire. I drink Yorkshire tea. Hardcore. Okay, I'm going to build something like that. Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song. Does work. What's does work sentence? Let's have a look. Where's does work? I got a warning from YouTube. Heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. It won't. It won't be temporarily blocked. We're having too much fun, YouTube. We're keeping people. Johnny, watch the video of the festival me and Vanessa was at. That was crazy as hell. All right, let's do this. Where's what? This one.
Yes, 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 yes. Say!
Wow, look at that. Look at that. That looks amazing. Is this going to be like one of them kind of crazy shows where you come out and your ears are ringing for like 4 days?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for TVA and Sonny!
Cause I pull it to the left, pull it to the right. Massive song we never uptight. Want everybody just feel alright. Pull it to the left, pull it to the right. Cause I pull it to the left, pull it to the right. Massive song we never uptight. Want everybody just feel alright. Pull it to the left, pull it to the right. Left, right, 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 left.
Okay, DEFCON 1. Ladies and gentlemen, last year we wrote motherfucking hardstyle history. That thing got copied all over the world. And today, my hardstyle friends of DEFCON, we're gonna steal it back. So, put your arms around the person next to you, and then go 8 steps left, and then 8 steps right. DEFCON 1, are you ready? Yeah, dug over!
Yes, yes, here we go. Pull it to the left, 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 left. Pull it to the right, 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 right. Pull it to the left, 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 left. Pull it to the right, 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 right. Pull it to the left, 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 left. Pull it to the right, 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 right. Pull it to the left, 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 left. Pull it to the right, 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 right.
Sonny and TVA show. Put your horns up in the sky, y'all. It's time for head.
Wow, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That's right. That was pretty good. I felt like I was there. I really like embraced the atmosphere. Oh. I was Snoopy. You need some kind of magic mushroom to this kind of music. Oh dear. That last one, we need to take Johnny to one of these parties. I would love that. I would love that. Oh, the whole crowd goes left to right. So you guys were there. That's awesome. That's amazing. Crowd control to the max. Right, just back to crypto. Hot is doing a tremendous job at holding this support line, this blue support line, even though we've had the drop that we've had. Nice doji candle on Bitcoin right now on the 4 hour. That is very, very nice to see. Looking at the 15-minute. Yes, we're hitting the resistance. Okay, we can get rid of that bad boy now because we know that our resistance is here. We're going to consolidate within those lines. Sadly, we can make it a little bit more simpler by getting rid of that one. Getting rid of that one. Okay, great. That simplifies things a lot. A lot, team. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Holo, nice little support. There's not gonna be a lot happening in the next 24 hours, team. So just chill out. That's what I would do. I'd go and get yourself onto Amazon and watch Jack Reacher. I am going to watch that now. I'm going to go back downstairs and watch Jack Reacher for an hour. That thing is truly awesome. So freaking good. I'm stupid. Who cares about crypto? Nobody does. Obviously, for the past 5 months, because everyone's been capitulating because they are weak. Weak mofo. Is this the disco? This is the disco bits. Disco bits. Woohoo! I like that. Disco bits. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, Snoopy. Yeah, that's the proper music. That's amazing. Our Snoopy was enjoying the pop music. That's work. I haven't enough money to buy new underwear because I bought every dip. Now I got crypto depression. Oh no. Oh no, you got the crypto depression. But you know, buying the dips will pay off one day. There's work. One day, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I bought that many dips. Look at the way that my money is going now. Right? Just for one day. With a spot trade account of HOT, I made $6,500 in one day because I spent the last freaking year and a half before the takeoff buying the holo dips. It was boring as frick. It was so boring. So the day will come when you make that crazy amount of money, when everything starts pumping like 50 and 60% again in the bull run. Remember to take profits, team. Please take profits. Oh my gosh. Des Word, let's hope it's not a crypto winter depression. Yeah, nobody wants that. Right, I'm gonna do one. It's 10 o'clock and all I've done is listen to music all night, to be fair. Nothing's happened. The first update was within the first like half an hour of this show. The last an hour and a half, we just partied all night. Why not? Why not have a bit of fun whilst crypto is not looking great? No doubt I'll be getting a phone call from YouTube going, "You bad boy, you bad boy," but it's fine. Yeah, we've had a really, really, really good night. I'll be back on again tomorrow night with hopefully with some very, very good news about Bitcoin, and it'd be nice if we could see a rise up. But the way that we are going right now with Eastern European situation with Ukraine, sadly, I just think we are going to consolidate again for some time. And then across to America, we've got the Fed price, the insurance hike rates happening 15th of March. So again, we're gonna chill out around there. So a serious thank you to Kishore Venkat for becoming a member. Beautiful, beautiful man. Martin for the $2.29 super chat. Desword for the $2.16 super chat, and also for all of you pulling up on a day-to-day basis watching the boring ads. But if you get sick of the boring ads, then get yourself onto YouTube Premium, where there is no ads. And the great thing is, if you have YouTube Premium, you can open up your favorite YouTube channel, which is obviously the CryptoBiTs, listen to the music, click off YouTube, and the music carries on your phone. It doesn't turn off. Okay, so you can listen to podcasts. You can literally lock your phone and YouTube carries on playing. So you can play all your YouTube music. for part of your YouTube Premium. It's so freaking good. It's so good. And you don't have the ads to deal with. Kishore, thanks for making it fun, of course. Of course, we always make it fun. And we can't go, of course. We need to finish the old we need to finish tonight's show. I was going to finish tonight's show on the Motley Crew, but the Stefan and Sean featuring Bram Creaky free candle special kind of blew us away. So here it is, team. Have a wonderful night. Stay out of trouble, and everybody enjoy the thought of Van Leswer dancing around his kitchen to this song, because I know that's exactly what that legend is going to do. Right, until tomorrow night, team. Stay out of trouble, and of course, as always, peace! Yeah, boy!
Staat te dansen in de tent, het is een feestje ongekend. Mijn pasjes zijn op fliek en mijn fistpump energiek.
Stomend hete nacht, planning loopt zoals verwacht. Met mijn vrienden geen gemis, vrouwen loeren naar penis.
In het zegt, met haar toet mooi uitgelegd. Heeft niet te vragen om een zoen, dus ik weet wat ik moet doen.
Ik verzamel al mijn moed, snuisterijen zonder rem. Dus weet je wat ik doe? Ja, ik slide in de BM.
Hey hallo, hoe gaat het? Ben jij een frikandel? Want je bent echt lekker en smaken zul je wel. En zou je er eens zijn, dan was je een speciaal. Ga jij maar mee naar huis, vanaf doe curry op mijn paal. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Twee vinkjes die verschijnen, reageren doet ze niet. Stuur haar nog een smiley en vraag of ze geniet.
Haar profielfoto wordt wit, gebruiker niet gevonden. Deze kans verkeken, maar een nieuwe al verzonden.
Hey hallo, hoe gaat het? Ben jij een frikandel? Want je bent echt lekker en smaken zul je wel. En zou je er eens zijn, dan was je een speciaal. Ga jij maar mee naar huis, vanaf doe curry op een paal. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Samen al mijn moed, snuisterijen zonder rem. Dus weet je wat ik doe? Ja, ik slijt in de DM. Verzamel al mijn moed, snuisterijen zonder rem. Dus weet je wat ik doe? Ja, ik slijt in de DM. Hey! Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la. Ja la 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 la, ja la 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 la.
Crazy Dutch bastard.